I'm Mike Kilburn.
And I'm Renee Joseph.
And coming up on today's show, we are getting you ready for 2023. We've got a whole list of items to make your year a little bit better.
That's right, Mike. Our producers put together a list, anything from getting yourself in the best physical shape to finding out what your future may hold.
That's right. It's a jam-packed show, so stay with us.
HOTWORX is the only 24/7 infrared fitness studio in the country.
Yeah, they have 11 different workouts so that their members can cross-train in a semi-private environment.
We're a 24/7 infrared fitness studio. We offer something different called 3D training. It's the combination of the heat, the infrared, and the exercise. A buzzword that's really hot right now is wellness, because it's not all about just fitness and exercise and trying to look your best. It's all about feeling your best inside and out. And the great thing about us is infrared is something that can enable you to do that. Infrared has tons of really great medical benefits that your body can absorb. And then we have 11 different exercises. So it's everything from a HIIT workout, you can do a spin class, you can do a very unique rowing class that we have a patent on, or you can hop in and do Pilates, yoga, or a resistance training room, which it's really important to do resistance training. We know that being in a heated environment promotes a lot of great things for your body. Heat shock proteins are released, and heat shock proteins are responsible for reducing inflammation in your body. We know now that inflammatory processes can cause a lot of different diseases. We also know that detoxification is occurring when you're in the infrared sauna. So when you're getting in an infrared sauna and you're heating your body up to 130 degrees, these things are released. Here, it's only $2 a day, which is something that everybody can take advantage of. And it's like, what do you want to spend your money on? Your health, your wellness, your fitness, feeling great and looking great. So for $2 a day, it's an awesome value. We want everybody to experience the infrared saunas, see what it's like. So all you need to do is go to our website, you put in your information, we'll contact you. You can come in and try one of our HIIT sessions or one of our isometric sessions. You can go to our social media pages for any of our studios. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and you can go to our website at thehotworks.net and contact us there.
Susan Rawlings has been on our show many times, and she's best known as a psychic medium.
That's right, Renee. But what you don't know about her is she also performs hypnosis, and she can subconsciously help you achieve your goals for 2023, things like quitting smoking.
A hypnosis session is the easiest way to make change, in my opinion. All you do is relax, and I talk to you and use different verbiage or language that will appeal to the subconscious and unconscious mind, and all you do is lay there and relax. So I've helped people with so many different issues, performance anxiety, smoking cessation, weight loss, public speaking, you name it. It's good for just about everything. Now, it's not a cure for, medical replacement or anything like that, but I also noticed that when people come in for one thing, that they also get benefits in other things, so other things in their life will change too when you start working with the subconscious mind, so it's a lovely protocol. What I do when they first come in is do a short interview and find out why they're there, and then I explain to them what to expect, which is I put them in a chair, like a folding out chair, and I take them through a protocol of relaxation techniques that will put them into a trance, and then I just talk to them about what it is that is going on in their life using the hypnotic language that I know that will appeal to the unconscious mind, and usually they can notice change immediately right away. Some people it may take a week, some people it may take a month, but it is my goal to get people in and out in one session. I got over my fear of heights and public speaking with hypnosis, and I'm not afraid anymore. Sometimes it can be immediate. right away. I did a man one time for smoking cessation, and in one time we got him off 3 packs a day. Okay, so usually people will notice small, subtle changes or even large changes right away. Sometimes it may take a little longer, like a week, a month, or as they go out and live their life. And also with the hypnosis, people will come in for one thing and they'll notice improvements in other areas of their life as well. If you would like to get more information on my services that I provide, go to www.susanrawlings.com.
Rendezvous Hair Salon specializes in fantasy color, priced by length, not gender.
Yeah, and we learn from them what's the biggest thing to remember when you're making a big hair change.
First of all, you don't have to make a big change. If you're not ready, just take some time to think about it. Maybe come in, get something a little bit more simple, get to know your stylist, let your stylist get to know you, get to know your hair. They can make some suggestions for you if you're not sure. And then, you can go home and take a little bit more time to think about what you really want. The best way to describe your new style is probably just to bring pictures. That way we can kind of take a look, be on the same page. A good stylist will ask you, like, what do you like about this photo? Like, what made you choose this photo? And then also think about things that you don't like. Maybe bring in like a photo of like, okay, I like these bangs, but I really don't want them like this. So that way, again, to make sure that you're just completely on the same page with that. Also here at Rendezvous, especially when it comes to big changes with hair color and everything, we really are doing consultations for every big color service. So in that consultation, you can really sit down with your stylist and again, show pictures or kind of describe what you want. We can maybe even do a test strand, put some color on it or some lightener on it to kind of see what your hair is actually gonna do. Rendezvous has, on their website, we have descriptions and little bios of all of our stylists, Find who you're gonna vibe with, especially if it's a big change. You wanna build that trust with your stylist and kind of have somebody that you are comfortable with. You can actually book an appointment through our website for a consultation or for a haircut at rendezvoushair.com. We also have a lot of photos on our Instagram as well, which is rendezvous_hair_salon.
Coming up, is your hearing what it should be? Did you know that half the people with hearing loss are under the age of 65?
That's right. We want you to hear what you've been missing. Stay with us. Are you concerned about love, money, career, or other life decisions? Explore your future with professional psychic medium Susan Rollins.
For nearly 30 years, I have successfully guided people of all ages and backgrounds through many life choices and decisions.
To start on your path of discovery with Susan, call 614-804-1450 or go to SusanRollins.com today. Are you seeing mold, mildew, or even foundation issues in your basement? C&J Basement Solutions is Central Ohio's basement repair expert.
We had the moldy smell, took some boards off the wall and realized we may have had a little bit of bigger issue than we thought. So C&J came in, showed us some great solutions and saved us thousands and thousands of dollars basically over everybody else.
So to save thousands over the other basement companies, contact C&J Basement Solutions at 614-714-4842 or cnjbasementsolutions.com.
Fabulous doesn't believe in resolutions. They believe in vision boards, which gets broken down into goals, specific actions, and habits. Yeah, and these routines help women have a sustainable routine.
Our main philosophy and mission is to help women feel better and have more energy so they're able to do the things in life that they want to do, whether it's keeping up with their kids, keeping up with their grandkids, being able to go on that vacation and do a bunch of hiking. Whatever it is, that's our mission. Resolutions often can require big change all at once, which can be overwhelming. And when people get overwhelmed with change like that, they tend to shut down, get paralyzed, and then quit. And there's actually a day in January called Quitter's Day. It's the second Friday of the month. We help our clients break their goals down into actionable steps or habits and then implement those one at a time, working on that habit or that action until they feel like it's almost easy. Once it is easy, then we progress or stack another habit on top of it, which makes it makes them able to really focus on being 1% better today than yesterday. We're looking at sustainable change, changing one thing at a time, looking for 1% better today than yesterday, which makes it so much more manageable and able to be implemented into your lifestyle instead of trying to take on all of this big change at one time. We work with women of all ages and all fitness levels. We welcome, the 18, 19, 20-year-old, but we also work with women over 40, women that are childbearing age, women that are in menopause, and then women that are retired and that are trying to prevent bone loss and osteoporosis. They can call us at 614-392-4040, or they can visit our website at www.fabulousfitness.com, and that's FABYOULOUS, fitness, FITNESS.com.
At Lane Avenue Chiropractic, you can expect highly trained doctors and staff that have one goal in mind: to keep you and your family healthy.
And we learn about non-surgical spinal decompression and what it means to you.
As a chiropractor, what we actually check, we check the nervous system, right? And the nervous system is what controls how your body functions, right? So the brain sends a signal through the spinal cord. That signal comes out your nerves. So if there's any interference to those nerves, those organs might not work the way that they should. Now, over time, when those bones are misaligned, they cause excessive wear and tear on the space between the bones. And over time, it causes that disc to wear down. And it can cause it to either bulge or herniate out. We treat, as a chiropractor, we treat something called a subluxation. That's when the bone's misaligned and puts pressure on the nerve. But we also treat what's a herniated disc, bulging discs, degeneration of the spine. The table, again, since it's computerized, it angles itself to target that specific disc. So patient would be connected to the table, really comfortable, they're laying on their back. And then the table itself will start to open, which creates a negative pressure. And that negative pressure is able to bring fluid and oxygen and nutrients into the disc to help it heal. So it does really good for people that have had surgery, as long as they don't have any bolts or screws or hardware from the surgery. But if you don't have those, let's say it was a failed surgery where you still have pain, it's done really well. Somebody would come in and they would have a full evaluation. So we sit down and test somebody to see if they even need to be here. So we'll run tests and then we'll see, do they just need chiropractic? Do they need to be on the decompression table? So first day's testing. Second day, we go over the results with them. And then in some cases, we even do a test. We'll either treat them chiropractically or we'll treat them on the table to see how they respond, to see if it fits them. Yes, you can look us up on upperarlingtondisccenter.com, or you can even go to laneavenuechiropractic.com. Phone number 614-486-3950. So you can call us.
Optimum TMS is Central Ohio's only office that specializes solely in TMS therapy.
That's right. This is a unique therapy that is for someone who is depressed and has tried medication, psychotherapy, even talk therapy, and is still suffering from depression.
So our clinic specializes in providing TMS, or transcranial magnetic stimulation, to individuals who struggle with treatment-resistant depression. TMS has been FDA cleared for depression since 2008. In our clinic, of those individuals who have treatment-resistant depression, approximately 75% of them are able to respond to TMS, and approximately 1 in 2 are able to achieve full remission of their depressive symptoms. So during the TMS session that is geared toward depression, very powerful magnetic field pulses, actually MRI strength magnetic field pulses, are administered to areas of the brain that are underactive in those who suffer from clinical depression. Specifically, TMS targets areas of the brain important for focus, concentration, energy, appetite, sleep, the ability to feel pleasure when pleasurable things are occurring. And specifically on a cellular level, TMS works to activate neurons, promoting their so-called firing and wiring. Think of it as physical therapy for the brain, or a workout for the brain. And just as with physical therapy or workout, the more reps you're able to get in, the more neurocircuit strengthening that can occur to improve brain function and eventually help you feel better. So Medicare, Medicaid, the VA, and most private insurance companies do cover TMS therapy, and no referral is required, although we do perform an initial telephone screening before setting up an in-person consultation to ensure an individual is going to be a good candidate for this type of therapy. So our website, Optimum TMS, has an immense amount of information, much more than what we were able to discuss today. Or you can call us directly at the number provided to inquire more, or whether or not this would be an appropriate therapy for you or a loved one.
Coming up, is body sculpting right for you?
Yeah, we visit a med spa that uses FDA-approved technology to remove fat, not by cutting, melting, or freezing. That's straight ahead. Now, where do you turn? Who do you call? Columbus Collision Center is your one-stop body shop when your vehicle's been in an accident. From first call to completed repair, Columbus Collision Center makes it easy to get your vehicle safely back on the road fast. So when you need that quality one-stop body shop, call Columbus Collision Center at 614-350-8251 or go to columbuscollision.com.
Luby Hearing Services has been recognized as one of America's most trusted and experienced hearing experts.
Yeah, there's no question about it. You know, Luby Hearing Services has been helping people hear better in Columbus, Ohio since 1973. Now, talk a little bit about hearing technology and how it's helped people with depression, diabetes,
yes,
those kinds of things.
We specialize in hearing instruments, hearing aid technology. But people don't think about the ear as being the basis. We take it for granted. Hearing is just part of us, right? Research tells us that we can delay the onset of Alzheimer's and dementia by 3.4 years, and even help for the tinnitus. Many physicians and people don't realize that we can help. We can relieve that. We've helped people, we've prevented suicides even.
Yeah,
that's a big deal, yeah. As our staff of audiologists and hearing instrument specialists understand what people need and want. And we make instruments that are so cute and discreet, right? We don't even know they're in your ear.
That's right. I was surprised at how you can customize a hearing solution for someone.
We made an impression of your ear. Wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And sometimes if people are working in a lot of noise or they go to concerts, we make hearing protection. Hunters, all kinds of folks.
No question about it. And it's, I think one of the most amazing things I learned today was that half the hearing loss is people under 65.
Hearing loss is hearing loss. Has nothing to do with aging. But I promise you this, you will age sooner and you'll lose your cognitive, your brain function, your memory.
Well, Mary Lou, we're going to leave it there.
All right.
I got to tell you, a new year, a new you, and this is a great start here.
New ears for the new years?
Exactly.
Do it. It'll change your life.
And what do you always say?
Hear what you've been missing.
That's right. Well, Mary Lou, give us some contact information where we can learn more.
Absolutely. You can find us at hearohio.com. Isn't that easy?
Right.
HEAROHIO.com.
And that'll tell us where your offices are and all the good stuff.
3 offices, Columbus, Circleville, and Canal Winchester.
Matt Wenning of Ludus Magnus has been on the show several times. He's the strength and conditioning coach.
That's right. And he has worked with the Dublin, Grove City, Whitehall, and Pickering fire departments to help them train. And he can put those skills to work for you.
Well, a lot of people, when they get back into the gym, they think cardiovascular, treadmill, elliptical machines, which are great. But the one big thing that we need to be focusing on is resistance training. In resistance training, you're going to develop more muscle mass, which is sometimes good or bad. But the other big thing that's going to be happening is it's going to increase your resting metabolic rate, which is going to be burning more calories at rest, which cardio really doesn't do a very good job of. And then it's also going to be helping cognitive function, which a lot of people are unaware that resistance training actually helps your brain function better. A lot of times when you go into a normal gym, you're going to see a lot of fancy machines and a lot of other pieces of equipment that really are not really necessary for you to get super good. What you want to focus on is compound movements, squats, deadlifts, other things of that nature. But a lot of the reasons that people shy away from those is because they don't have a professional around to show them how to do something properly. So in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot the sumo deadlift. Now, the reason we want to use sumo deadlift is because it increases hip mobility. Hip mobility is the #1 cause of lower back pain for most people. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get you as close to the bar as possible. That's where a big mistake is made in a lot of people. They stay away from the bar. You want to get as close to the bar as you can. That reduces the shear force on your spine. The next thing we want to do is we want to keep our back as straight and as arched as possible. That can be a slightly above head position or slightly neutral head position, but the real key is the lumbar and thoracic spine need to have a good, nice, neutral neutral or slightly a beyond neutral arch. The next thing we want to do is tighten our lats. So before we go to pull, that keeps the bar into our body so we don't bounce the bar away from ourselves. And the last thing we do is we want to lower the bar, keeping the bar against our body at all times. This keeps it safe on the back, attacks a lot of muscle tissue without having to worry about getting injured. So if you like seeing the sumo deadlift and you like seeing how to do this and you need it done for yourself and you want to come to a professional, come to winningstrength.com, schedule an assessment. You can also go look at other exercises that we do at Real Matt Winning on Instagram. And if you'd like to look at a lot of our free videos on how to train properly, go to Winning Strength on YouTube. We have over 300 videos of how to properly do a lot more exercises for you to take to your gym or your garage or wherever you have to train.
Earlier in the show, we visited with Susan Rawlings. She's a professional psychic medium.
That's right, and she can work with people of all backgrounds and ages. She can intuitively assist them with some life choices.
So the difference between the two, I have psychic abilities and mediumship. Some people have one or the other or both. I was lucky. I got the psychic abilities, which is my ability to move around in time and predict things, go into the past, see what's gone wrong or what's gone right, leading up to an event, seeing what's going on in the present. And I also am a wonderful tarot reader, and I teach psychic development. Mediumship is different than the psychic world. Psychic is more prediction-based, and the mediumship is where I talk to your loved ones that have passed on the other side. One of my big services are seances. People love them. I can take about 12 people. Sometimes I've done up to 30 people, but everybody gets a message at a seance, and those are becoming extremely popular, and they are only spirit-based. So it's all your loved ones that have been on the other side, friends, family, anybody, even pets. I even get pets during seances, and people love that too. Well, first off, we can look at your year and see what's going to happen. You know, if there are vulnerabilities to look out for, if there are positive points, if there are strong points, we can go over those. And if any time during a reading, a message that would seem to be a little bit more negative would come up, those messages are never intended to scare someone. They are only meant to help the person to either avoid the situation, or if they need to walk through it, they walk through it more gracefully, and my angels give the best solutions. They're great problem solvers. So you'll walk out with an ironclad solution if there is a problem on how to walk through it more gracefully. To contact me, my website is www.susanrawlings.com.
Coming up, are you struggling with anxiety, depression, or facing a major life change?
That's right, well, we have someone that may be able to help. That's straight ahead.
Great food, superb service, and a welcoming atmosphere can all be found at the Hocking Hills Diner in Logan. Stop in anytime for all of your homestyle diner favorites, served with generous portions at prices that remind you of the good old days. Whether you're looking for a breakfast to start your day or a dinner that holds you until morning, the Hocking Hills Diner has something for you. So on your next trip to the Hocking Hills, stop by the Hocking Hills Diner, located just off US Route 33 at State Route 328 in Logan.
Want to be on the show? Reach out to us at info@outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Simply Sculpt offers injectables and skincare, but their main focus is body sculpting.
That's right, and they have FDA-approved technology that removes fat without cutting, freezing, or melting those fat cells away.
What makes Simply Sculpt unique is the technology that we use. It's the Fun Sculpting system, but we use a vibration technology, which is what makes it different. The technology doesn't rip, cut, tear. It keeps the tissue intact and allows us to be able to remove fat safely and also be able to put it back in for like a natural breast augmentation or Brazilian butt lift. We've even done calves. Well, liposuction, there's, the traditional form where you're under general anesthesia, and that makes it more risky just because of that. You're awake during this procedure. Also, when you're awake, you have the ability to let somebody know if you're moving out of the lines because you would feel it. Also, we're able to, with the vibration, it stimulates collagen, which also produces new skin and tightening. So that helps a lot too. So you don't really have to go through getting cut, minimal scarring. You don't have to worry about future like skin tightening stuff or tummy tuck. It's typically one session, but what's nice about it is that we can do any size person. There's no BMI limitations, so it can be for the person who just has stubborn fat, and it can also be for the person who wants to get a jump start on their fitness or their weight loss. We do follow-up. We follow people for 90 days, so we'll see you at 3 days, 14, 30, 60, 90. We take follow-up photos. And we also partner with the Body Lab, which is also here in Gahanna, for post-operative care. They can get in touch with us by calling us at 740-407-6331 or by the web, which is simplysculptohio.com.
Are you struggling with anxiety, depression, or facing a major life change?
Yeah. Open Arms Counseling has a therapist for you. Their licensed professional counselors can create a safe space.
Getting your mental health in check is so important no matter what time of year it is. But in the new year, it's a good time to kind of do a check-in for yourself. It's really important to just say, hey, where am I mentally right now? It's a new year, it's a new me. Let's figure out where I am now and where I want to go. We help with pretty much everything. So if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling anxious, we can come in there and help you with all of that. If you are looking to achieve something in your life and you have a goal that you want to set, we can help you set those goals and figure out the steps that you need to take to get there. If you're just having some sort of change in your life and you're trying to figure that out, we can come in and help you with that as well. We have a bunch of new hires, and we're hiring people to meet the needs of the community. So different age groups we're needing to be represented, so we're hiring in people and training them up to meet different age groups. And we're getting our playroom set up, which is a beautiful new play therapy room. We have some new people who are have had military service so that they can meet the needs of the military community. And we have some clinicians that have background in spirituality in case somebody wants to come in for some Christian counseling or some spirituality. Our phone number is 614-625-7183. You give us a call, we can get you set up with a counselor that will match you. Or you can go to our website, openarmscounseling.com. We have all of the counselors listed on our website, so you can take a look at them at your own pace and see which one you might think that you would fit with. And then you can go and make your own appointment.
Are you seeing mold, mildew, or even foundation issues in your basement? C&J Basement Solutions is Central Ohio's basement repair expert.
We had the moldy smell, took some boards off the wall and realized we may have had a little bit of bigger issue than we thought. So C&J came in, showed us some great solutions and saved us thousands and thousands of dollars basically over everybody else.
So to save thousands over the other basement companies, contact C&J Basement Solutions at 614-714-4842 or cnjbasementsolutions.com.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's show and we found some things that will help you out in 2023. And remember, if you missed any of today's show, you can always go to our website at onacolumbus.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook. Renee, what's coming up next week?
Well, next week it's wintertime in the Hocking Hills, and we're headed down there to see and find some of the great things to do while you're visiting that area.
Yeah, so be sure to watch. Until next time,
have a great week.
Closed captioning brought to you by Explore Hocking Hills. Winter is a great time to visit the Hocking Hills. For more information, go to exploreHockingHills.com.